Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Cowboy Survival. I'm Richard, and today what I want to do is do a video on the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump. A real nice little lightweight item that you can put in your backpack and take with you when you're out on the trail. If you need to inflate something, maybe a trail pillow, something like that, a small air mattress that you might have with you, or you might need to suck some air out of some storage bags to compact them a little bit. This is a real nice little handy pump that you can take with you. It is rechargeable, and we're going to take a look at this thing today. Remember, if you like this video today, to click on the subscribe button below. Also click that like button if you like the video, and remember to hit that notification bell so that when we issue new videos, you'll be sure and be notified. So let's just get into the review of the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump. Okay, so I got this Flextail Gear Tiny Pump as a gift. It was on my wish list and it came to me. It's listed on Amazon and I've got the link below in the description. It's a real nice little item. Weighs about 2 ounces in your backpack. It measures about 1.7 inches, I guess, something like that, and 2.7 inches high, 1.7 inches across the bottom. It has a 1300 milliamp battery in it and pumps air at about 180 liters per minute. So that's a pretty good amount of air that it pumped through this. Not only can you inflate things with it, but it's got adapters with it that allow you also to deflate items much quicker and much more thoroughly. Suck all the air out of them, shrink them down really good. So it's a kind of nice little item. So let's take a look and see what is actually in the package. So the box is fairly small, not very big at all. You can see the pump through the front and also the different attachments that you have with it. It's got some information on the back, tells you about the different nozzles it comes with, a few statements about the pump itself, and some illustrations of inflating and deflating items. Now it does tell you, if you read carefully down here at the bottom, this is from Shanghai Flextail Technology Company Limited. So this is made in China. So if that's something that bothers you, sorry, but that's where they're made. So we open this up. There's a little tab on the back. Pull that tab out. You open this up, and you'll be able then to pull this out of the package. And we'll pull the whole thing out like this. Now, it's got quite a few things with it, so let's look first at what comes inside here. The first thing is you've got an instruction booklet. Honestly, this instruction booklet is kind of hard to read. A lot of it is in Chinese, as you see. You have to flip it over, and even the English part is not very helpful to you. There's some illustrations that are a little helpful, but not a lot. I went to a video online, and that's where I sort of learned to use it. It also comes with a USB charging cable. We have lots of these lying around our house probably, but it does come with one. So you flip it over, and what you got in this package, this part just lifts off. This is a little bag for storing the item in, a little drawstring bag, so that's kind of nice to have, and we'll get back to that later. So you've also got some adapters here. And they come nested inside one another. These adapters all have a little hole on this end that you can plug into the nib or the nipple on the pump itself. This is a flexible rubber adapter, which is really helpful in some certain kind of situations. You've got an adapter here. This is for those kind of things that you actually. This is for the kind of things that you actually have to stick in a nozzle into, so that's there. You've got two more nozzles. You've got this one here, which actually you've got three more. You've got this one here, which is kind of for different size kind of things. Here's again the end you plug the nipple into, and that's the end. This one has the same type of configuration, and then you've got this. This is for some kind of items that you have to deflate. It's a special ring that you would put on there that will help you. Now the actual pump itself is here, and we'll take it out. The pump itself is very small. Remember, I said it's it's like 2.7 inches tall and about 1.7 inches across the bottom. Now, some of these come with a light. So if you press and hold the button at the bottom, like I'm doing now, this will actually light up. And the larger one actually has like some of them, they have like 3 different levels of light. The larger one that they sell actually has a graduated light. So you hold it and the light goes up and it goes to maximum, then you keep holding it, it goes back down. Then whenever you lift up your thumb, that's where the light intensity will stop. Now, where this comes in really handy is with this little handle up here. that you can hold, you can hang from your tent, and then you'd have that light. Now, I don't know why they put the handle on this one, because mine apparently does not have a light. It just isn't lighting up. So I'm assuming mine does not have a light. The bottom does not come off, so you can't check it. And it does say in the on the web page that if you want a light, there's a version that has a light with it. It does say on the side over here that it is a Flextail Tiny Pump right here. This is in dark gray. You can get them in different colors. This turns on very easily. This is the intake here. This is the outflow here. So the air goes in this way, comes out that way. Okay, and the way you do it, turn it on, you just hit the bottom button twice in succession, and you can hear it's on now. And it blows pretty well. You see how it's blowing that bag? It blows it pretty well. To turn it off, you simply press the bottom and it turns it right off. So that's really nice and helpful. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to blow up a couple of things for you. I think it'll be interesting to see how well this blows up. Now, this is supposed to have a 15-minute battery life on it, so you can pump continuously for 15 minutes. Though if you read the instructions carefully, it says that if once it's been going for 10 minutes solid and it gets warmed, you need to shut it off and let it cool down before you continue to operate it. Now, so if you want to inflate something, you hook one of these nozzles to this right here, to that nipple right there, and it goes on there. And if you want to deflate, you're going to deflate it this way and plug that in, and then it'll suck the air out and go in the other direction. So let's just take a look and see how we might pump up a couple of items. So the first thing I thought we'd try pumping up is my new Trekology Aluft pillow. I got the Deluxe one, and I'm going to do a separate video on this. I'm kind of excited about this. I figured I needed one for my backpack. I'm getting older. A little bit of head support is nice when I go out camping. So we're going to pump up the new Trekology Aluft Pillow Deluxe. Now, the reality is you can pump these things up really fast just by blowing into them, but there's a problem with that. And the problem is you're also blowing your moisture from your breath into the pillow. So that moisture is going to get on the inside, and it can mold, it can mildew, it maybe just won't dry properly. So using a pump like this will make sure that you're not getting moisture into the item that you're pumping up. So I've gone through and I've chosen, this is the adapter that I'm going to use. So I'm first going to take this adapter, I'm simply going to attach it to my pump, and it doesn't go on real easy, but it goes on. It's not going to fall off. It's going to stay on there really nice. It's pretty tight. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to just simply stick it down in here, and I've set my pillow so that it can the air will go in instead of out. So all I got to do is press this twice, and we'll see how quick this works. Boy, that was really fast, and it pumped it up. It is nice and firm, and I can put this down, and it is ready now for me to sleep on it. So I'm really pleased with how fast it pumped this pillow up. So the next thing we're going to do is I've got a large air mattress, and we're going to try to pump that up and see if this thing will actually pump up the air mattress. So what I have here is an old Ozark Trail twin-sized air mattress. And we're going to see to what extent that little bitty pump can pump up this air mattress. Now I'm going to speed this up so that you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty impressed. This thing pumped up pretty fast. It was probably about 10 minutes or so. And I can lay on this thing. It's pumped up really nice and firm. I'll tell you, I'm pretty impressed with that little bitty pump. This little bitty pump pumped up this entire twin-sized air mattress. If it can pump this up, it's definitely going to be able to pump up your camping mattress. Okay, so I think that test of this little air pump powered by a 1300 milliamp battery was pretty impressive. As I said, I think that if this can pump up that twin air mattress, it's going to pump up your sleeping pad for your camping trip with no problem at all. It still had lots of power to go in it. I don't know how far down it is, but it's certainly got power left in it. That didn't sound like the battery or the pump was slowing down at all. So I think it still had plenty of juice left in it, even though I'd been blowing that up for several minutes. So the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump, I think, is a good buy. Like I said, you've got options with it. They have an option that has a light in the bottom so that when you hang this up, again, I don't know why they would put the hanger on this if this one didn't have a light on it, but this one doesn't. The other one has a light on it that you can get, which is really nice. It can be used to inflate and deflate. It's got, like I said, 15 minutes of pumping time in it. That's way more time than you're going to need. If you recall, we pumped this thing up in a matter of seconds. So really good thing. It'll pump up either off of a battery bank, charge up off of a battery bank. It'll charge up off of plugging it in to a wall. It comes with the USB-C charging cable. So I think this is a great little item to have with you. At its weight of only 2.8 ounces, I think it's a really nice item to carry in your bag if you're going to have something that you need to pump up. So hopefully that was useful to you. Remember what we always say: stay strong, stay prepared, and have a blessed day. We'll see you real soon right here on Cowboy Survival.